Hey guys, in this video I'm going to take you to Bornholm, which is a small Danish island, and it's not just an ordinary island. There are many great things about this island. So first of all, it is physically located far away from Denmark. So as you can see in the map, it is located very close to Sweden, but it still Denmark owns it. Rønne is the capital city of Bornholm that I'm showing in the map. And another interesting thing about this island is that it is quite the opposite to Denmark weather-wise. So when it's rainy and crappy weather in Denmark, it is quite the opposite here. So it's sunny and very, very, very amazing weather. So there are many ways you can travel to Bornholm. One of the ways you travel to Sweden first, to a city called Ystad, and afterwards you take a ferry from Ystad to Bornholm's Rønne city, which takes about 2 hours. But I prefer the other one, that is that you go to a Danish city called Køge via train, and then from Køge city you take a ferry that takes about 6 hours to reach Bornholm. It is more comfortable if you have kids because then you need to have a room where you just get to sleep for 6 hours, then you reach Bornholm, and that's what I'm going to show. I took this route from Køge via ferry to Bornholm, and now I'm inside that ferry. And the very first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to the reception, and I'm going to get the keys to my room that I already booked online. But if you don't want to book the room online, that is totally fine. You can just sit on the open seats. So you just pay for money like 99 coronas on one side. So we're going to this reception to get the keys, which is located in the middle of this big canteen, which is fully jam-packed when it's the breakfast time or lunchtime or dinner time. But since it's 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, so there are hardly any people. There are only people here who are here to get the keys, and we are one of them. And we are standing in the queue to get our keys. So we got the keys already. We got room number 807. These are the seats that I was talking about. I'm going to come to that later. But our room is like one floor above the reception, so we're going to have to take the elevator because we also have the baby pram, so we can't take the stairs. Okay, so we are on our floor and we are trying to find out our room, which is room number 807. We're walking through to the corridors to find our room. And there it is. It's room number 801. That's our room. Now I'm gonna open the room. Wow, it's amazing. It's like you're living in any five-star hotel or something. It's very comfortable, and it's enough for 5 of us. So we are 2 adults and 3 small kids. And inside the room we have 4 beds, including the bunk beds. And we also have a toilet attached where you can take shower as well. So it's very comfortable. And the best thing about this ferry in Bornholm is that you also have Wi-Fi. So now the night is over. We have already gotten our sleep, and now we are walking towards the exit of this ship, and we are outside in the Bornholm city. That was the ship that we came from. It's pretty big. It's cloudy today in Bornholm, but normally it's not like that in Bornholm. It's very, very sunny all the time. So, the very first thing we're going to do in Bornholm is that we're going to find a place to eat. One of the mistakes we did is that we chose a day when it's everything is off. It's the Easter Sunday. So, I'm expecting that everything in Bornholm will be closed because that also happens in Denmark. But I just checked on the Google and I found out that there is a bakery that is open today, and it is one of the most famous bakeries in Bornholm, and they're also offering some very good breakfast. So we're gonna go there now. But we are still walking from the area where we just came out of the ship. So we took a bus towards that bakery, and now we're there. It is a beautiful island. And the vibe in this island is very nice and quiet. We are walking towards that bakery where we plan to have a breakfast because we are very hungry right now. It is called Condition Bakery. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, but that is what it says on the board, Condition Bakery. Maybe it is pronounced something else in the Danish language. But now we are about to enter this bakery. I can see a lot of people standing in the queue to take away because it's the only bakery available in this area. Okay, the nice thing about this bakery is that they have a very nice sitting area. So since I have the kids, so that is exactly what I was looking for. We got a nice sitting area, so my whole family sitting, and I'm walking towards the counter from where I can order something for the breakfast. But they have everything ready for us. As you can see, they have cakes, they have very nice breads, some pastries and stuff, donuts, croissants, some traditional Danish cakes, and they also have this Danish rugbrød, and they have all sorts of cakes and stuff. So I think this is exactly what we were looking for. Nice, it's a nice bakery. Again, it's the Easter Sunday, so we are the only ones sitting here. So we have ordered something, and now we are waiting for this order to be set on our table. Okay, so there it is. We have some croissants, some cakes, and we also have this cafe latte. That is exactly what we wanted to do in the morning. We wanted to have some nice coffee so that we can make the most out of our day in Bornholm. So now we're done with our breakfast, and now we are starting our journey to explore the random streets of Bornholm. Just to let you know that this bakery was a little away from the center of Rønne city. So we took the bus to reach there, but on the way back towards the center, we decided that we were gonna walk. So we're gonna take a walk for around 2 kilometers. so that we also get to explore the random streets of Rønne city. This city is like, I mean, on one way, it has a very good, nice, and quiet vibe. But on the other hand, it looks like very commercial city, just like any other city in Denmark. So it's a nice place where you can spend your 2 weeks vacation if you're living in any other part of Denmark. There's hardly any traffic on the streets. And there are hardly any people walking on the footpath, so it's just us, to be honest. I really like the structure of the houses here. One thing that I felt which is different from Copenhagen is that there are no apartments. At least I didn't see any apartments. There are just houses, which is nice. So now we have reached the center of Rønne city, and we are sitting in front of a building called Rønne Posthus, which is a very old post house. And it's called Den Gamle Posthus, which is translated as the very old post house. It is closed today because of the Easter Sunday, but in the normal working days, it's jam-packed with people. It's nice and quiet. So far, the vibe has been great in Bornholm. And we are exactly at the center of the city. So it's a square from where you can take the streets that can go to any parts of the Rønne city. So we're going to spend some time here, and then afterwards we're going to go to another part of Bornholm, which is a different city, and we're going to go to a place called Hammershus. So here we are at the Hammershus, which is a small castle at the top of a hill, and it's called Hammershus. It's a very old one, and it's like completely destroyed. Only there are few remnants of this castle, but it's really great to watch this historical one. We are going above the hill, up above the hill, and it's really nice to see that on one side of this mountain it's the city, and on the other side of this mountain it's the ocean. It's the Baltic Sea on the other side. Today it's a little bit misty and foggy, so we can't see a lot from here, but when it's sunny, you can very clearly see the blue water of the ocean. We are going up above the hill, so it's going to take some walking. And since I have this baby pram, so I'm having a hard time making it walk over this surface, because this surface is very uneven. There's so many rocks on the way, so I'm having a hard time making this pram go towards the top of the hill. But still, I'm trying. One thing that makes it similar to Denmark is that it's lush green. But the other thing that makes it opposite to Denmark is, first of all, it's opposite to Denmark weather-wise, and it also has some mountains. I mean, I won't call it mountains; they're just rocks. But still, it's there's nothing like that in Denmark. Denmark is like completely flat, so we have some small hills where you can do the hiking, and it's always nice to be up above the hill. So there you see we have a ruined wall, and across the wall I can see the ocean and the ships that are sailing in the ocean. But again, since it's foggy weather today, so I can't see much in the ocean. We're almost halfway through to the hilltop, and we still have some walking left. Yeah, there we are. We are at the highest point on this hill, and we are in the middle of this Hammershus slot. And it's very historical, and it's great to watch. I'm just walking through to the walls, the old ruined walls, but still very interesting to watch. Because apparently it looks impossible to build something like that on the top of this hill. So it looks like 2,000 or 3,000 years ago people did it. I can see that some parts of this hammer slot are completely destroyed, so there's some construction work going on to renovate them, but jungle from the top of the hill is also very amazing. And now we are about to go back to the Rønne city because we want to have our lunch. And right now we are searching on Google what is the best place to eat. So we are hunting for our restaurant for the break for the lunch, and we are again walking in the random streets of Køge city. And while walking in the random streets of Rønne city, we found out the historical museum, which is called Bornholm Museum. Unfortunately, we cannot go inside because it's closed, but on the working days, you can actually go inside for free. Yeah, and now we are at the center of the Rønne city, and it is beautiful. If you look at the house structures and their color combinations, it is lovely to watch. It is beautiful. This actually gives you this vibe of being in Italy or Greece or something, but still with the Danish people. And we are sitting in front of a restaurant, which is like a random pizza place, and they have this nice pizza that we're gonna eat right now. So it's a kebab place that offer some very good pizza. So that's the whole journey. And now we are back to our ship, and we are traveling back to the Copenhagen city. And now we took the same ferry that we came from, which is called Bornholmlinjen. And now I'm standing at the terrace, and we are about to say goodbye to the beautiful Bornholm city. But it's not over yet. I'm gonna show you some other stuff inside of the ship that I haven't showed before. So we are back in the canteen again, and this time we're gonna have some coffee and some snacks. And as I told you earlier, when it's the lunchtime and breakfast time or dinner time, it's completely jam packed with the people. So we are having a very hard time finding a place to sit for all five of us. And I'm sure we will be able to, but right now it doesn't look like it. So there are all those people who are traveling back to Copenhagen, but it's a really nice place. And there are people who don't book a room, so they can just stay in this cafeteria area for a long time. Yeah, there are people sleeping everywhere. It is possible to do that. Whatever I was looking for in the ship, I was able to find that out in the canteen. So it was nice. So we had 6 hours also on the way back to Copenhagen, but we had so much to do in the ship, especially when you have kids. So there are some places where you can take your kids and kids can do their fun activities. I'm going to show you that in a moment. So this canteen has a capacity of almost 1,000 people. So that's the kids area. If you have small kids, especially toddlers, so you can just leave them here and then they will make the best out of their time here while you can just sit in the cafeteria area, have some coffees, drink or something. So it's very comfortable. Yeah, now it's the dinner time. We are here again for the dinner. Previously we had a cup of coffee and some snacks, and now we're gonna have some dinner here. And this is the area. This is another area. If you don't want to book a cabin, you can also book a bed, which is cheaper than booking a cabin. So you can just come here and sleep here. But the only disadvantage is that it's like a shared, it's a big giant hall with a shared space. So it is quite possible that you're not able to sleep because of people coming in and coming out. So, I mean, there are some compromises if you want to save some money on the cabin. Anyway, even if you don't want to sleep, you can just come here, lay down on a bed, get your phone charged, use your laptop or something. So, there are many options in the ship. But this is not for free. You have to pay a little amount to get that as well. And the beds here, they are like on the first come first serve basis, so you have to come here very early to get the nice spot. Now I'm gonna show you an area where you can just sit, and the seats are just like airplane seats. You can just sit here all the time during your journey. That's the one. And they're just like airplane seats where you can just sit and relax. I personally won't prefer that when it's like 6 hours traveling. But the good thing is that you can still just walk up and go to the deck, go to the terrace, and sit in the cafeteria area. So that was it. I hope you guys liked this video, and thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video, and please subscribe.